Good morning, Griffins, and welcome to the first morning show of the 2020 to 2021 school year. I'm Alexis Tran.
And I'm Anya Mater, and this is
The Legend.
To start us off, in today's society, cancel culture is something that has taken over this generation's lives, especially with the popularity of apps such as TikTok. Here we have Sanjana Menon with more on this topic.
With our generation's rapidly changing social scene in Hollywood, politics, and social media, popular influencers have been falling victim to the very recently coined dangerous phenomenon, cancel culture. According to dictionary.com, cancel culture refers to the popular practice of withdrawing support for or canceling public figures and companies after they have done or said something considered objectionable or offensive. Cancel culture is generally discussed as being performed on social media in the form of group shaming. One online platform in which cancel culture has been extremely prevalent is the popular video sharing app TikTok. Over time, many users gain a strong and large enough following to eventually be considered an influencer. Despite the glories of this fame, more and more influencers are falling victim to cancel culture. Back in April of 2020, popular creator and influencer Emmylou, who gained popularity for producing comedic and relatable content, as well as for being an activist, was, quote, canceled by fans after a video of her saying a racial slur resurfaced from when she was younger. Emmylou shared many apology videos discussing her growth and activism against racism, but was harshly shunned and canceled by all of TikTok. This led to her deactivating her account and experiencing many hardships, even to this day. The cancel culture debate is still an ongoing, relevant topic that everyone has their own views on. Should we, quote, cancel people for acts of offense committed early on, or acknowledge and respect growth? From The Legend, I'm Sanjana Menon.
It's always surprising to hear more about our culture in today's world.
More on that, this weekend marks a special event for the vinyl industry, Record Store Day. This unique day is meant for music lovers everywhere to celebrate the small vinyl shops in their community and maybe collect some cool new records while they're at it. Jocelyn Pritchard will tell you more about this.
Record stores have always been a popular way to build community between all generations and cultures. For the past 13 years, independent record stores all around the world have taken part in Record Store Day, a celebration of music and small business. The Tampa area is home to over 20 record stores and a surplus of music enthusiasts excited to take part in this annual event.
Record Store Day will be happening a little bit differently due to the pandemic, but nevertheless, record lovers will still get their celebration.
They split Record Store Day up into 3 months, 3 Saturdays each month, and we have the releases that come out that day. So it's a normal business day with the special releases.
However, this doesn't change the fact that Record Store Day brings exclusive music that is high in demand.
It's harder to get the merchandise that we order.
Like anything with business and commerce, things tend to get a little blown out of proportion. The special releases get a little harder to get. Consumers become obsessed with that and get upset at me because I don't have something.
The competition is worth it though, especially to please their large demographic from teens to the elderly who enjoy the hunt for the perfect record.
There's a lot of younger people driving the market right now.
You know, you see these numbers on the news about how vinyl sales are up and but a lot of young people must be getting turned on to vinyl. To me, it's always been that way. It's always been teenagers like yourselves, all the way up to old men and women that have been buying records for decades.
No matter how old you are, all record collectors can agree on one thing. There's a certain magic to collecting records.
To have a collection, to have a sleeve, to have something tangible to hold on to that you remember, and it's something that can just take you to another place.
You can stop by your local record stores on Saturday, September 26th to shop small, build community, and appreciate music. For The Legend, I'm Jocelyn Pritchard reporting.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Record Store Day seems like it's going to be really fun.
You may have heard whispers about the coin shortage, but knowing what it is and how it affects you is even more important. Let's check in with Zoe Boone for the scoop.
Coins are a simple thing we all have, whether tossing them in tip jars, exchanging them at our local coin master, or getting change from our cashier, or something we use in our everyday lives. That is, until COVID took hold of our world and locked us in our houses. Now our coins are trapped in our cars, wallets, and piggy banks, leading to the coin shortage we have today.
Coins and currency are designed to convey value from person to person. And when that person-to-person interaction stops, like it did with COVID, then the flow of coinage, as that value goes, stopped.
Public is not using coins. The businesses are asking not to use coins, some of them, not all of them. And then the Federal Reserve goes, oh, okay, well, we don't need as much in production.
The people that have been most affected by the coin shortage have been principally those that have to use hard currency money. The elderly and the poor demographically, economically, tend to be those that use coinage the most. There's been a large number of people, especially over the past several decades. We've moved to a cashless society, which a lot of people use credit cards. But if you don't have the credit to get a credit card, then you have to use cash.
It's not all tears, though. The 4 U.S. mints have increased their output from 1 billion coins a year to 1.6 billion this year to catch up with the current shortage.
The Federal Reserve and the Mint do have their process in place to handle it, and they're already trying to catch up. So in probably 2-3 more months, we won't even notice that the shortage was even here.
The coin shortage, though prevalent now, shall end soon enough. I'm Zoe Boone, the legend.
Since opening in 2008, the Carrollwood Cultural Center has provided the area with classes, theater productions, and clubs. Wolfgang Brooke Chapman has the story.
It is a family.
The Carrollwood Cultural Center is a staple of the community and welcomes visitors of all walks of life.
It doesn't matter what your background is. If you've got $1 million at the bank or you have $2 at the bank, if you sit down to do pottery and have no experience, you both are starting in the same place.
Every summer, the center holds a summer camp for the 4 to 13-year-old kids, where they too can experience the welcoming atmosphere presented by the center staff.
There's this feeling of community and kind of this family environment that we have. The kids all know each other's names. They'll leave on August 10th or whatever the last day of camp will be, and when they come in on June 1 the following year, they're so excited to see each other.
A couple of years ago, my development director said that what we give is joy. And that's it. It's 100% escapism. Because again, when you come in and get on the stage, you're not thinking about the day you had. When you come in and you take an art class, you're putting everything aside.
For a lot of kids, it's not the art that is the escape. It's the routine and a place where they know that they are valued and that they are held accountable.
The Carrollwood Cultural Center has curated a community atmosphere and has a genuine impact on the people it reaches. I'm Wolfgang Brooke Chapman, reporting for The Legend.
With so much newfound free time during quarantine, people have been able to pick up new hobbies and pastimes. In fact, many have been able to start their own businesses in the community. This even includes some of our own Sickles students. Tara Gray has the story.
Emma Twilley is just one example of many Sickles students that were inspired to start their own businesses over the extended break this year. Her business, Twilley's Creations, sells beautifully crafted handmade jewelry and other items.
And over the summer, I just had a lot of time, and there's a lot of people have little businesses, and I guess I was inspired by them too.
Twilley has received a lot of encouragement from her work, especially within our community.
Yeah, most of my customers are from Sickles, and they're very supportive.
Not only does Twilley get support from others, she recognizes why it's necessary to continue that support for other small businesses as well.
Oh, it's very important to support small businesses, especially during the pandemic, because a lot of small businesses have been getting less customers because of social distancing and people being afraid to go out. And a lot of small businesses, we can make products that are just as good as fast fashion or other places, or even better, because people put their hard work and time into it.
It's also important to note that there are many benefits of starting your own business that can teach valuable life skills.
It's definitely taught me the hard work that goes into making a business and all this preparation I have to do, and also how to speak with customers and like knowing how to do professional things like that.
Clearly, there are tons of upsides of putting in time and effort into your own work.
I think if you have a passion and you think that you'd be able to sell your creations to people, then of course, yeah, that'd be a great thing to start your own small business. You get a lot of things out of it.
It's truly inspiring to see one student able to turn their passion into a whole business. I'm Tyra Gray, reporting for The Legend.
Tonight is the second home football game of the season. Are you going?
Yeah, but I'm a little worried on how it's going to work with all the new restrictions.
Luckily, last Thursday, Liliana got us more information.
Football season is back and it has changed drastically. Many schools are changing the entire system in which games are organized and scheduled as a result of the global pandemic. The people attending these games are parents of the students playing in band, and their safety is very important. Here's some insight.
I feel like as long as everyone's taking their precautions, it should be okay.
Well, it's interesting, man. We're excited to see everybody back out, having a good time, and also being safe in this time of the coronavirus. So it's also great to see them out on the new field.
Absolutely, yes. Because you guys are following all of the protocol. If you look around, everybody's got on masks, they're socially distancing, and it feels safe. The team looks good this year. The coaches have been working hard, the players have been working hard, and my son plays number 4, Dominic Cabrera. Excited to watch him.
As you can see, many people feel more than safe going back to football games. This is Liliana Graham, signing off.
Thanks for watching, Griffins.
Have a great day and make good choices.